The residents are perhaps the only celebrities to gain their fame based on complete anonymity. While the eyeball-headed performers have been recording bizarre music and sound sculptures for over 20 years, their most commercially successful effort was last year's CD-ROM Freak Show, distributed by Voyager. Now the same creative team is hard at work on the follow-up Bad Day on the Midway, which is also the first project from fledgling company Inkscape. It will be on the shelves in time for Halloween. Freak Show let the player explore a traveling sideshow, watching the freaks strut their stuff and also getting to sneak backstage and read their private journals and such. Bad Day on the Midway is not just an interactive exhibit, but has a much more game-like structure. You can choose one of the Midway workers to experience the world through, and when that perspective is exhausted, you can soul jump to another character. While the residents describe this project as a cross between Twin Peaks and SimCity, creative director and Inkscape president Michael Nash prefers to refer to it as the Disneyland of the damned.
There's an overarching murder mystery that you're trying to figure out. Every character sees it differently. Every character has their own set of traits, their own agenda, what their life is leading to. Then there are interpersonal goals that open up between characters that become the wins of the game, the kind of fantasy escapes from the Midway, the ways to get out alive, basically, that emerge.
While trying to accomplish these interpersonal goals, the player has to find ways to maneuver around the unavoidable elements in life, death and taxes, literally.
Ways that you can be killed, ways that the Midway can be shut down for back taxes, and you have to avert those developments in order to stay in play. So it's a very complex, interpersonally dominated story world that really realized on a higher level.
This complex story concept is perfectly complemented by the thoroughly eerie character and set designs of Jim Ludke, who was also responsible for the visuals in the award-winning Freak Show.
The animation is amazing. Jim is a brilliant artist, and this animation, everyone loved Freak Show and thought the animation was sensational. And this animation is, next generation to what the Freak Show animation was.
Bad Day on the Midway promises to be not just a game, but an all-out aesthetic experience. In addition to Ludke's visual work and the residents' story and unmistakable music, the box will also contain a graphic novel illustrated by alternative comic favorites Dave McKeon of The Sandman and Jamie Hewlett, who brought the world Tank Girl. While Bad Day on the Midway is a very unusual and important beginning for Inkscape, Nash has every intention of going even further into the realms of the bizarre with future projects.
We really feel like the mid-90s is all about the alternative becoming mainstream. The success of underground, graphic novels, comics like, Spawn being like the huge comics, movies like Pulp Fiction breaking through and, doing $100 million at the box office, alternative music, rap breaking through and being the chart-dominating, popular cultural content in music. Myst being a huge breakthrough title. On so many different levels you see it. I really think that from a business standpoint, the smart place to be is on the cutting edge.